Hello there, this is Sam of Jams and Bros, and today I'm going to be showing you guys just a very simple and compact house design. This is built on a 16 by 32 base plate. It's very highly accessible from several different angles, if that makes any sense, and yeah, I'll just go over it real quickly. As usual, my cinematography skills are not quite up to par, so I'm just going to set the camera down. So, just a brief overview. We have just two floors with a roof on this side, and that's made just from white bricks, and then this one's supposed to have kind of a red brick type effect. So, yeah, this is just the garage. This entire chamber is just the garage, and then back here we just have a sliding glass door, which I have not properly positioned, so whoops. On the second floor it's not actually a sliding door, it's just two panels. And yeah, each part of the building is 12 studs across, and then, the garage is a nice 12 by 12. But the actual house component of it is like a 7 by 12, and there are reasons for this that I'll go over. So, here we just have a porch. And, I just decided to line the porch up with the garage and just make sure everything worked out nicely. I wasn't going to deal with any weird measurements in terms of the porch or the garage, so I just adjusted the dimensions of this white wall chunk here to kind of fit in with it. And we've got a lattice window here with, a 3 wide windowsill on a 2 wide mount. I like that effect. And then the door has a little overhang. It's kind of an old-timey door. It's from like the early 2000s. We got a lawn chair on the front. All the furniture is this abhorrent shade of yellow, but that's really the best I can do. And then as you saw here, we have like a stained glass window with light blue and green studs. I don't know how well you can see that. That should work somewhat, but it just alternates. It's nothing too fancy. It's not like a design or anything. And then we have a 4 wide windowsill on a, I guess, 3 wide mount with like a gap in the middle. I used 2 separate pieces. And I think that looks actually really cool. I'm pretty proud of this part. And there is a reason it juts out from the building like that, technically making it a 12 by 13. But I will go over that when we actually take a detailed look. So now that I think of it, let's do that before we waste any more time. So, the chimney, the roof, it's all pretty plain. Just pop it off like that. Just rests on 2 studs. Yeah, it's got little windows on the sides. And then here we have this gross mustard yellow themed bedroom, but yellow was the only color I could find enough of these slopes in. These little round pieces here are a really nice way to make it look like a blanket draped over a bed. So, that's just a bed, and there's a couch with a little fold out right there. And as I said before, this is just 2 panels. This is not actually a sliding glass door unlike the one downstairs. And there are, speaking of stairs, no stairs in this building because it's awfully cramped. There is absolutely no place to add stairs, and I'm not a good stair designer, so I kind of just passed over that. So here we have the sliding door. Here it is in its fully retracted position. We can also slide it all the way out. So, the entryway is fully cleared. And, we can see the garden from here as well. There it is again. And, right, so the reason this part juts out is, so I wanted to be able to use these panels to the fullest. And I couldn't do that with 12 wide buildings, because if I had the sliding glass door, I would be able to just push it out of the building and it'd just fall like that. And even when it's fully retracted, there'd be a big gap here and it'd look ugly and everything. So I basically went and did some quick patchwork, just patched it all up. And yeah, the result is a pretty nice effect there. Again, I like the windowsill. There's not much else to like, but hey, I had fun making it. So yeah, another one of those lawn chair type things. And then here we have what should be in the bedroom, but there's absolutely no room in the bedroom. so I just placed it down here. Just a little table. Uh-oh. And I'm dropping things, of course. So if we just set it up, eventually we can move on. There we go. That took long enough. So yeah, I actually made the little part that juts out come to an end on the second floor. I think, you know, that looks okay. There aren't any big gaps anyways. So yeah, you can see how the panel rounds out over here. I don't really like the way that looks, but it's the best I can do. And I actually extended this floor to 8 wide just because it's so much simpler to work with. I mean, 7 was getting obnoxious. Let's just put it that way. So now we're finally onto the garage section after wasting about 6 minutes. Yeah, the garage section is okay. You know, it's got a garage door that opens up to reveal a full man stud cruiser. Yeah, it's probably the smallest car I have, so it fits in somewhat to some degree. But yeah, it fits in better than just about any other car I have. Plus, they're mostly war vehicles, so obviously they're not just going to go in some civilian house. And so if we go back around to here, also you can see I've used some headlight bricks and tiles to give off a nice brick-like effect, and I've used multiple colors. That's the secret when you have a small collection like me. Your saving grace is going to lie in using bricks of different colors, just to convey a nice effect. And then, you know, there's a door in here, and just a window there. And also this roof here is actually keyed in, so it just pops off without being attached to any studs. But you can't move it around, just because of the, here I'll show you. Because of the way it's attached, you can't move it around. It's fastened in place with all this patchwork here. You know, there's a lot of stuff done with this build just to patch things up, like, you know, here I'm just kind of binding all the plates on the top together, because I didn't have enough plates of the right size. And then obviously, since it was conjoined with the rest of the building, I had a bit of trouble getting it all to line up. So I had to cut like the slope off there, and instead just have it continue into the rest of the building. I think it turned out somewhat well. You know, I'll give myself some points for that. Took a lot of work though. And then, you know, I just have an archway leading into there. You can see that little table that I couldn't set back up for a long time. And then there are just some steps down, and I'm honestly just ignoring the green at the bottom. I can live with it. I know a lot of you can't, but just try to ignore it. Just spare me all the labor it's going to take to find the pieces to tile it all up. And then we actually have a clock that I've mounted on the wall via headlight bricks that were exposed previously. And I dropped it. Exposed previously because of the little brick pattern with the tiles. So yeah, this brick right here has the knobs on both sides, so you can attach things to it. So I attached a clock to one side, and then yeah, I just realized that the brick was in a very convenient spot, so I just mounted the clock right onto there. And then the garage door is nothing exquisite. It's just a couple plates stacked together with, unfortunately these pieces are white, but I wasn't willing to look for gray ones. I don't think I have any. But yeah, it opens up nicely, and this workbench right here, whatever you want to call it, you know, it's just got 3 drawers and a nice grill on the surface to work on top of. You know, it creates a perfect little stopper for the garage door. So it stops at the proper angle right up against that. You can see it, you know, the angle is, you know, it looks like the right angle from here at least. I don't know how to put it to you guys in words. You're kind of going to have to understand it through the gist of my endless rambling. But yeah, so we have this race car that I designed based on the vintage set over here. And then it's funny how it works because it's actually 11 studs long, which is a problem because the interior of the garage is only 10 studs. But what you can do is you can line it up perfectly, and it'll go right inside the door frame, right over there, and then it'll just barely fit. And then like the workbench, it'll be at the proper distance for the garage door to shut nicely. So that's supposedly, that's, I guess, one way to go about things. And then if you open it up, you can just slide it out from behind. So it fits in nicely. Then we can just slap the roof back on. Obviously, you can't have both cars in the garage at the same time, but you can't have everything in life. So, yeah, this has taken quite a while, but that was my little compact country home review. If you like that, make sure to leave a like on the video. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I think I might keep it for a while. Until next time, this is Jam signing off. Stay classy.